I look at some of the other people. Now, I don't know a lot of those people. I don't even know that I've met a lot of those people, but some I do. And their lives are destroyed by these maniacs. These are animals. These are vicious animals that have destroyed the lives of these people. And, Greg, it's so sad to see. And they don't have a lot of money, and some of them did almost nothing. They don't even know what they're being charged for. I mean, I have counts where you're going to love this, and Chris Ruddy will be thrilled. But one of the things is I told people Newsmax. Did you know that? That was one of my counts. I told people to watch Newsmax.
We love it, sir. We love it,
Mr. people to watch Newsmax.
Thank you for that.
So I hope you don't get charged. You'll probably get charged because I mentioned your name. So, but I think you'll be okay.
I think it's a badge of honor, quite frankly, and let's see what happens. Mr. President, the debate last night, I'm sure you caught at least some of it. Did you see a potential vice president on that stage? Did you really see somebody who might be eligible? And overall, what'd you think?
Well, first of all, I did a interview with Tucker Carlson, who's a terrific guy. And I don't know if you saw the number of views, but it was a record-setting number. They say it could be close to 300 by the time it finishes. And right now it's up to, I think, 257 million. And it is bigger than the biggest ever interview was Oprah with Michael Jackson. I don't know if you know that, but that's the all-time biggest. And I think we've doubled it up. So something's going on. Our country is dying for a good country again. We're a failing nation. We're a failing country. And they're absolutely, they're looking forward to getting back to what we had. I had the safest borders, the biggest tax cuts. We had everything was doing so well. Our military was great. Russia would have never happened with Ukraine. China would never be thinking about. We had a country that people want to get back to. And that's why we had the numbers. As far as the stage last night, I thought Vivek, as we say, did very well. Actually, his name is Vivek, like cake. But I thought he was very good. I especially liked where he said I was the greatest president in his lifetime and long beyond. That's pretty good. I said, are you sure he's running against me? But I thought he was very good. I wasn't impressed with a lot. I mean, Christie got booed out of the room. He literally should have walked off the stage. I've been watching debates for a long time. I've never seen anyone booed like that. Asa, I call him Ada Hutchinson. He shouldn't even be there. He's wasting room. He's wasting space, and he's wasting time. The guy's got like 0.5%, and he doesn't stop. And he's a nasty person. Frankly, he's very nasty. I don't even know him. He says bad things about me. I don't even know him. But I don't think that, I actually like the governor. I respect him a lot. He was great. He endorsed me twice. The governor of North Dakota, who I thought was, I think he's got something very good about him. He's a high-quality person, considered a very high-quality man.
You haven't mentioned
pretty much. I thought a lot of them were way off base.
Sure, DeSantis. He's become less of a factor, but we'd like to play this for you. Listen to this if you don't mind.
And I can tell you this, as your president, I will never let the deep state bureaucrats lock you down. You don't take somebody like Fauci and coddle him. You bring Fauci in, you sit him down, and you say, Anthony, you are fired.
So I don't know if you could make that out. I think he said the word coddled. He seems to be accusing you of coddling Fauci.
So let me tell you about Ron DeSantis, as I call him. Without me, he wouldn't be governor. He was failing desperately. He came to me, begged me for endorsement. I gave him the endorsement, and he went up like a rocket ship. He was failing. He was already out of the campaign. He was being beaten badly by Adam Putnam, who was the agricultural commissioner. And then I had him pass a very hot candidate at the time, a very, very hot candidate at the time in the general election. But he wouldn't have even gotten a nomination. He was down by 35, 40, tremendous amount. And I will tell you that he loved Dr. Fauci. And I'll send you some articles tomorrow. He said, let's not do anything. We don't have the approval of Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci. That's all he talked about is Dr. Fauci. This guy forgets history. The other thing with the sanctums is, And you have to remember this, very disloyal guy, because you don't do that when somebody gets you elected. Then you say, yes, I'd be proud to run against him. Oh, that's nice. But I'll tell you, he loved Fauci, but he also locked down the state. His beaches were locked down. His roads were locked down. His hope, he's trying to pretend that none of this stuff happened. Now, if you look at somebody like McMaster, Henry McMaster from South Carolina, if you look at Kristi Noem of South Dakota, some of the Republicans, they really didn't lock down. But Ron locked down Florida. I was there, and I can tell you. And he puts to pretend he's got Fox behind him, although Fox has now given up on him entirely, I think. They're trying to find somebody else. They're looking for somebody else. Just like in 2016, they fought me all the way. At the end, they said, oh, we'd love to. First phone call I got was for Murdoch, but the president of China's call first. And then I took other calls, and then I took Rupert. But Rupert's not somebody that he and I don't get along very well. It's very interesting. Go to the World Trade Center. They were going to be a tenant of Trade Center, which was terrible. I'm talking about the new World Trade Center. They were going to move out of Midtown, their building, and I convinced Rupert not to do it. You're making a mistake. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's the wrong look. You have something good, send your lease and get options to buy and all this. I gave them great advice, and they didn't move. They were all set to move. I'm sure the people at the World Trade Center weren't so thrilled with me, but I got Fox, that whole News Corp, not to move. I was a big favor. Right now, they have a much better location, better building, better everything. I did him big favors, but he's another one that. So I will tell you that I think that the sanctimonious, if you look at his record, you're going to see something that's so different from what people say. As an example, Florida was third in the nation in death. Now, that's a horrible scorecard, but Florida was third in death. He was a big believer in the vaccines. This guy had lines for miles of people getting vaccines. Now he pretends like, you think about vaccines. I mean, he really does. I don't want to call people liars, but if you check his record, it's easy. I will send you stories on, he said, I'll do anything without the approval of Dr. Fauci. I mean, I have stories all over the place. And then eventually, when it became not a good thing to say that, all of a sudden he said, Dr. Fauci, right. Who is that? So, look, this guy he's dropped like a rock. He's dropped like an ailing bird out of the sky. And I think he's finished, but he's very, very, he's just somebody with a very short memory.
So the RNC kind of seems out to get you. I mean, listen, Fox is, they've turned on you, not all of them, but most of them. And the RNC, they've arranged 2 debates at Fox News. It seems like maybe they did that because they had the understanding that you might not be treated fairly over there on Fox News. What do you think of that?
No, I think the RNC has been good to me. I really do. I mean, they go with, I think Ron is a very good person. We've gotten along for a long time. She ran my whole Michigan area when I won Michigan in 2016. I then did much better in 2020 than I did in 2016, but that's another story. But she ran Michigan and she won. And because of that, I was instrumental in getting her to head the RNC. She's very good. She's a very good person.